What's going on, guys? It's YoungCabbage here, and welcome back to the second ever episode of the PokeMMO Podcast. If you guys have been enjoying this project, please let me know by following this either on Spotify or YouTube or both, and it will be joining Apple Music soon. I just need to get a few things figured out. Regardless, let's get right into the episode. Now, today we actually have our first ever guest, who is DimitriDraco. He is a personal friend of mine, as well as a very talented PokeMMO streamer and content creator, so look forward to an interview with him after a few announcements. Jumping right into this, we are actually going to be looking at the catch events this week. And the first one is actually going to be today, Tuesday on the 14th of May. Hopefully this episode is out before this catch event. It does take place at 8 p.m. UTC and will be held by Austin. And it is called Birds of a Feather. And the first place prize is a gift shiny Delibird with your choice of nature, 2 moves, and 3 selectable IVs. The next catch event of the week is going to be First We Need Honey, which will take place on Wednesday on the 15th of May. And it is hosted by Pori's very own Dawn. The first place prize for this event is going to be a gift Cherrim with your choice of nature, 4 moves, and selectable IVs. And finally, the most exciting catch event of the week in my opinion is called Augmented Kinetic Acceleration. This will be taking place Thursday on the 16th of May, and this will be held by Planarks. What makes this one so exciting is that the first place prize is actually a gift shiny Yanma with your choice of nature, 2 moves, and 3 selectable IVs. Shiny Yanma is an amazing Pokemon. If you have not seen Shiny Yanma, please just look it up right now. It is so good. Very good blue color, so get excited for this one. I'll for sure be here. Moving on to the forum post of the week, I'm actually going to be giving a spotlight to Sir Bags-a-Lot here on the PokeMMO forums. He has an amazing mod called Sir's Full Sprite Swaps. This mod switches a bunch of Pokemon in the game to their regional forms, such as Alolan or Galarian, Paradox forms or Gigantamax forms, Mega Pokemon, and a few special Pokemon, one of which I actually helped work on, so please give this a try. My personal favorite from this mod is going to be Walking Wake. I know a lot of people don't like the Paradox Pokemon. I personally love them, and I think that Walking Wake is an incredible design. Not only do these Pokemon have full animations, both front and back, but they also have some follower sprites as well, making this mod super cool. So a big thank you to Sir Bags-a-Lot, and just a reminder, I will have all of the catch events, forum posts, and the YouTube video of the week linked in the description below, along with DimitriDraco's socials and my own. So please make sure to check out the descriptions in all of these episodes. Moving on to the YouTube video of the week, we're going to be giving a shout out to Jinxed Boone here on YouTube, a very talented up-and-coming PokeMMO content creator, and they have released a video called The Best Ho-Oh Strategy, PokeMMO's Weekly Boss Fight. Now, this was released last week, however, I just barely found out about it from DimitriDraco, and I am loving this video. It is so well edited, polished, and all of the information is presented in a way that's simple. So if you're struggling with the Ho-Oh rebattle and just want to farm Rainbow Quills or Legendary Lures, please give this a look. It personally has helped me a lot since I had no idea what I was doing during this battle, and I know that it can help you a lot too. Thanks again for the amazing quality content from Jinxed Boone. Now, all of that information being said, let's jump right into this interview with DimitriDraco, but first I just wanted to give him a big shout out and thank you. He was the guinea pig and the first ever guest on this podcast and made it feel like such a fun time. It honestly felt more like friends hanging out in my opinion than it did a podcast, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Let's jump right in and welcome DimitriDraco. Hey, well, again, dude, I really appreciate you taking the time to be here, because I literally, whenever I made the podcast, I kind of knew secretly that I wanted you as the first guest on here. So
dude,
I appreciate you joining, man.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm always happy to be on here, dude. For sure. I appreciate you for even inviting me in the first place. Like I said, it means a lot to even have me on here in the first place.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, so let's kind of get into some of the meat of it. So we were chatting about it. What are I saw that you're hunting, is it Darumaka that you're going for right now?
I was doing Darumaka today actually on stream, because I was like, I really need to do a Horde shiny, and I was like, well, I just phased, not phased, but I got my Smeargle finally, and I've been doing a lot of singles, and I did a bunch of 5 times Hordes for EV training, XP training, etc.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So anything of the like, basically, that was like towards like gaining XP, EV training. So that's why I got most of my encounters. And then from there, I was doing a lot of singles as well. I've probably got a few thousand singles, honestly. I've done quite a few singles because like right now, if I'm looking at my encounter counter right now, like I have like 700 or so Kakuna and like 300 Weedle and like 300 Heracross, 300 Caterpie. So I have a significant amount. So it's probably in a few thousand, I would assume. But
that's a ton. And is that just single encounters for like a shiny, or are you going for a bird? Or
I'm going for Moltres primarily.
Gotcha.
But if I get any shinies in Pattern Bush, I will lose my shit because those are great. Any of those would be awesome.
So good, dude. Heracross would go crazy.
Heracross, like I've said, this is a really weird, like, I don't think a lot of people think about this. I think I mentioned this. I don't remember who I mentioned this to, but it was really funny to me. I think of if you guys know the Gary's mods texture for like the missing texture, it's like purple, pinkish purple, and then black.
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
that color, that pink.
It's almost the exact same color.
Yes.
I 100% know what you're talking
If you know what I'm talking about, it is that color. And a lot of people never like I don't know if anyone makes that connection. I have always made that connection since I've seen that color. So I always feel like Heracross is missing its texture when I see it. So if I ever got one, I would probably call it like missing texture.
Oh yeah.
Or error. Some reference to Gary's mod.
Yeah, some kind of.
Yeah, because I love that color so much. And it's just such a funny color that reminds me of like a nostalgic time with Gary's mod and having like a mod downloaded and it has the missing texture because I didn't know I had to download assets for it. And I'm like, oh, this is broken. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of, though, a broken missing texture.
Yeah,
but in a good way.
Sick, though. That's freaking sick, dude. I'm actually going for Moltres too. I cannot find this thing, man. It's been brutal.
I want the rubber chicken so bad.
Yeah, it looks like flaming chicken.
Yes, and if it comes out like a little bit more red than the others, hell yeah.
I
will literally name it rubber chicken.
We can all dream, you know?
It looks just like that screaming chicken from all the memes, you know?
Oh, for sure. There's even Dave's Hot Chicken? That restaurant?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Dave's Hot Chicken. It's nowhere near around where I live. But I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah, their logo. It's like it's one of those little like yellow rubber chickens everyone like would squeeze, and whenever that was a big meme back then.
Yes, those stupid rubber chickens. I've seen them even recently, weirdly enough.
Oh, they're making a comeback, dude.
I somehow occasionally I've seen posts of them though.
Yeah, dude. Hey, well, respect on doing singles. That's actually so I do. Primarily like shiny hunting wise, I'm going for Love Disc right now.
Ooh, Love Disc is good though.
So good, and I've wanted one for so long.
Beautiful yellow.
Yeah, but the issue is, so I'm at like probably lifetime playing the game. I'm at around 10 to 15,000 Love Discs seen with nothing yet. But I mean that's literally what I'm doing right now too. Is I'm like thieving heart scales.
That's
and I have 241.
Actually, now that you mention it, I might run over to Pattern Bush. I'm doing right now Darumaka. I started to do Darumaka just now.
Oh,
and
sick.
Because we were just chatting and I kind of was just AFK sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
But I just started doing it. Now that you mention it, I feel like running back and forth is actually going to be a little bit more AFK brain dead than even doing 5 times Horde. So I might just do that.
Yeah, dude, it's nice. Just wait for the rubber chicken to appear, and
right.
We'll see.
I've been switching it up so I don't get, it's good to switch your shunts. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this enough too. Like, I know Pat's covered this a little bit, but like, switching your shunts is a really good mental. A lot of people sometimes focus too much on one shunt and it really burns them out quick. And as someone who literally had a 2-month break, like I had a 2-month hiatus.
Yeah.
And it's because of how much I focused on Smeargle. It was too much. It just really burnt me out of the game because I just focused too hard on that one Pokemon. And and it ended up working out for me. I focused on multiple different shunts and it made me feel a lot better. And I still got the Smeargle. Now, granted, that's not every single time. You're not going to get that lucky every time. But like I got lucky enough and it really helped my mental to just switch up the shunts from between the Smeargle, between like between Smeargle, between another the Vanillix I was doing at the time because it was winter. I was doing Vanillix so I could save on Leppas. So I would just focus on Smeargle and then do a not. So I like the idea of like doing a non Leppa shunt alongside a Leppa shunt. So you save your Leppas a little bit. So you can
100%.
do something that does. So like right now I'm doing Darumaka, right? So that's gonna probably be my non-Leppa shunt. Now Leppa shunt, I'm thinking of doing Parasect or Paris soon. So
that'd be a great one, dude.
I love utility mons, so that's what's a better one to go for. And then I can go for something casual like Darumaka, which is a cool shiny nonetheless. I don't really care for PvP. I just want to collect it for a cool shiny, and it's an easy one. It's a really unique spot that a lot of people don't know about because you get that heal right there for the sweet scent, and a lot of places don't give you the heal. Like in Celestial Tower, you don't get that PowerPoint heal for sweet scent or anything. So you have to like be in the right spots, and there's only 2 spots that I know of in Unova that are like that, which is this spot and then the throw spot, the throw sock, Scraggy spot.
Over on the like Route 18 over there.
That's actually where I got my first shiny, and that's how I grinded for my first shiny.
Your first one was throw, wasn't it?
Yep, and I grinded for it on Route 18 the same way as I'm doing this Darumaka right now. Actually,
so was that the one that you were going for, or were you going for a different one?
I actually was going for throw.
Oh, that's so sick, dude. Because there's like 3 swarms, right?
Yeah. But it's only the time of it depends on the time of day. So throw and sock are day only. And I believe Scraggy is alongside it. I could be wrong. I can't remember. Now this I can tell you though, sock and throw are daytime only.
Oh, interesting.
So at night it is 100% Scraggy. So if you want,
that's good to know.
So if you want Scraggy, which is the best one, you just do it in the night. But if you want to do it all the time and you want throw like me, or like a weirdo, or you want sock, like I said, like a weirdo like me, dude,
it's a good shiny. I like that Pokemon.
It's not very different, but I like it compared to the normal shiny, or the normal version, not normal shiny, the normal version. I think it actually has a nicer color contrast with the orange, and then the slightly minty robe looks cool. It's not that different, but it's a nice little color change. I personally think that my opinion, the best thing they should have done, they should have just made him blue and made sock red, like the same
a color swap. That would have been sick.
That should have been what they did. However, the color it is not horrible. However, if they did the color swap, it would have been not like 10 times better.
Dude, imagine if they
blue
color swapped.
Would be sick.
Yeah, if they color swapped, but also
red sock would have been my favorite though. Black and white robes
would have been
like Soul
so
Reaper,
cool.
like Bleach Soul Reapers.
Would have been sick.
If you're familiar with Bleach, the anime, the Soul Reapers
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
They have black and white robes, the Soul Reapers do, and that would be the. I know, obviously, they're still like. But no, I get what you mean, like negative color. That would actually be so sick. Yeah. And it would have made so much sense for black and white too, the games that came out in. Man, we're cooking 15 years before.
I know, dude. Get us on the team.
They should have gotten us on the team when we were like 10 years old, man. We were cooking, right?
Oh yeah. No, that's sick. That's actually like a huge thing too that you were saying about avoiding like the burnout. It's just like, because for me personally, I've had the only time I've gotten sick of this game is whenever I was just stuck doing ×5 hordes for like coughing. And so it forces you to take a break because you're like, I don't know how many more of these things I can look at.
Yeah, but like you said, having 2 or 3 shunts is really good. And it's the environment. For me, it's the environment. Like, being in the same area. And that sounds weird because it's like, well, like, that shouldn't matter, right? Well, no, I hate, like right now, I'm in a desert. All I see is brown, and brown, or tan and brown. And then like that with Artisan Cave, oh my God.
That's a brutal one.
That one is just like I look, don't get me wrong, the Game Boy graphics are beautiful, but the caves are just straight brown. Everything is brown. Like, and it's the same in every cave in the games. It's just brown. It's shit brown everywhere. Like,
it's the same texture. Yeah.
It is a different texture, but yeah, different browns. It's always just different browns, dude. And it's like I feel like I'm inside of like a turd constantly, especially because the mood it puts you in, because it's like, damn. Sure. it just puts you in a poopy mood.
Yeah, it does not help the
everywhere.
vibes at all, dude.
Now, yeah, like I felt like I was trapped inside of this damp, moist cave, just sitting there watching Smeargle pop up over and over and over. And I'm like, dude, when am I gonna get this shiny? I'm tired of seeing tan and green.
Yeah,
like
dude.
I got, like you said, like yeah, the cry,
yeah, dude.
With Smeargle, he sounds like a little sheep, and I was tired of just hearing meh every minute. Yeah, exactly. It gets so annoying. It's so bad.
Yeah, for me, that's another huge thing. Is I need to not only like it's not only like the vibe of the area and the Pokemon you're seeing, but for me, I play with. I know there's mods where you can only do like frisking and shiny noises, but I like having the Pokemon cries on and like the sound effects.
Yeah,
but for me, it's like, if I'm hunting a shiny, like for example, Coughing's cry is just engraved in my memory because it just over and over and over again. And so it's like you get really burnt out because it's the same thing. Even just switching to listen to a new cry is just like, it can do wonders for somebody who like wants to shiny hunt.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, something to me that's big about this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, the 3D sprites. I said that a lot about a lot of things. The 3D sprites mod, right? I respect people who use it. Nothing wrong with using it. But I will say this. When you do use it, and I've noticed this with a lot of people's 3D sprites, they all move at the same exact frame.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it really ruins the immersion, because if you notice when you're using the traditional sprites, they all are moving at different frames.
Yeah, dude, it's so satisfying to watch.
I like that they're all at different frames because it makes them all feel unique rather than all the same Pokemon. And I don't know. I don't judge anyone who uses the anime cries. I have my opinions about it. I think they're not that good. X, Y, and Z.
I'm share not a that fan opinion. Trust me.
Yeah. I like the 2D sprites and the traditional cries because that's how I played the game initially, and I'm okay with that. And I think it fits the aesthetic. But if people want to use them, I'm all for it. Like, I get it. Like, I fully understand it. Like, I no hate, because like everyone, that's the beauty of this game, is you can play it how you want to play it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, that's such a good point too, dude. Is it's like that's kind of one of my biggest things that I've talked about a lot on my channel, is like, this game is what you make it. So many people are like, what do I do after this? What do I do after storyline? What do I do? And it's like, if you aren't setting goals and, creating fun events for yourself, or hosting events for your friends, or participating in catch events, like, you're going to get bored and you're going to leave.
Exactly.
It's kind of your own fault that way, because there's so much the game has to offer. Like, even this week, dude, I don't know if you saw, I made that. It's a dumb little video, but I made it about like the gambling in PokeMMO.
Yeah,
like the
I
slot
haven't seen it quite
dude.
Yet. I saw it in my feed, and I was like, I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it quite yet. But I was gonna say, I saw the title saying, like, don't gamble your shmonies. And I know I've heard that it's not good to gamble your shmonies on it, but I haven't actually really sat there and tried it. And I feel like it would be fun to play, because I love the idea of messing around with like slots on a Pokemon game.
For sure, dude. It's
but I don't think it's something you do all the time. You do it once in a while.
Just having the option though is what makes it so nice,
And I hope that they introduce things like the Sinnoh Underground and the Pokeathalon one day as well. Like, I want more things to do, and make the Pokeathalon multiplayer compatible.
Oh,
because
dude,
you know how awesome it would be to like mess around with you guys. Like, imagine if we did a Pokeathalon like event
that
for
would
content
be
creators.
So sick. Yeah, no, and that's the thing, is they could totally take the mechanic of that, where it's like, you hop in a link with 3 of your friends, and then it's you versus your other 3 friends versus NPCs, or like instead of NPCs.
Contest multiplayer? Or no, they're not.
I'm not sure. I don't.
They should make They should make multiplayer versions of that. That would be awesome. Like, I don't mind there being a go against the the computer, right? But it'd be nice to have like go against other players, like matchmaking.
Oh, for sure.
For because we have it for PvP. It'd be cool to have it for other things like beauty contests. So then you can like not tune, but like moveset Pokemon accordingly for like beauty contests to min max that. Like, I would be a cool thing. It's not PvP, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not PvP, but it's like doing something. It's competitive, but not.
Exactly.
It's not actually fighting,
Yeah, no, it's super cool, because as well, like, you could have it to where,
And Sinnoh Underground too would be awesome.
Oh my gosh, dude. We need that, honestly.
But you were saying about the contest, sorry.
Oh no, yeah, you're good. No, I was just saying it's one of those things where it's like there's so much that they could just take and run with it. Like they could have those beauty contests be multiplayer, or they could have the Pokeathalon Dome be multiplayer.
Yes.
And then host of like official events for that stuff, you know? There's
exactly.
so much potential with it that could be cool. That just like I'm not saying that they're like neglecting it, but I just think that this game, that's what's exciting, is especially seeing Johto and the legendaries all like being added as mechanics. It gets me really pumped for the next.
Yeah, I really hope they add the Reggie trio. Speaking of legendaries, I really want another. I've never had them. Like, oh, I probably cheated them on my, my action replay back in the day. But like,
yeah, dude,
I'm pretty sure I had one of those minty Reggie steals. I'm almost positive I did.
Yeah.
But like on my black and white, and I'm pretty sure it's because I, had that action replay. But anywho,
oh yeah, we've all been there.
Oh yeah, we were all that kid with the action replay. But
sure.
it was a good time. But it's fun to get them everything legitimately in this game and stuff. And like, I don't know, like that's the thing. Like you get older, you mature, and like getting these things legitimately, grinding for them ends up being so much more rewarding in the long run. Like I remember I said I had that action replay. And I messed around, got a bunch of the shiny legendaries, right? And then I went on and I was like, I'm gonna PvP everybody and beat their butts. And I was like, I'm gonna kick ass and I'm gonna like mop the floor.
Kick ass, take names, dude.
Nope. All these people with just standard Pokemon mopped the floor with me because all I had was damaging moves and no status moves, and they would set up and completely wipe the floor with me. So I have fond memories of, especially a lot of, ironically, people from the other side of the pond in Japan, and they would wipe the floor with me, man. And I would be so upset and would wonder why these players would beat me, and it's because I just didn't know anything about PvP. I was like 11 or 12, and I didn't know better. I thought all damaging moves was like how you should play. Like
exactly, this move doesn't do damage. All right, I'm not reading the rest.
And all legendaries, they have to be all legendaries. Like that was my mindset, and like PokeMMO has really opened my mind up to like the ideas. And I honestly like now that I've played PokeMMO so much, I'm not even as much of a fan of legendaries anymore, aside from like the ones that are not overpowered. Ironically enough,
no,
it's weird. Like I still like them. Don't get me wrong. I like Rayquaza. I still like all those overpowered, but I don't like care that much that I can't have access to them. It's like whatever to me, I guess. Yeah. It's more whatever to me than I thought it would ever be. And I think it's because I've gotten so invested into shiny hunting with this game. Whereas I never got invested in shiny hunting before. And I think the main reason was because I couldn't count it. But with tools like Gillian's and Archetype, they're automatic counters that keep track of exactly what Pokemon. I love that so much.
Plus, it makes it satisfying because it makes you feel like you're progressing towards the goal rather than just mindlessly running, And
also, the themes and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Also, one thing with that I think PokeMMO has really done for me, to like piggyback onto your thought, is it really opened my eyes to like how good a lot of the slept on Pokemon are. Like there's so many good Pokemon designs and uses, and like this game forces you to innovate using different Pokemon and different builds. That's the reason I'm going for Love Disc too for fun, is because I want a Pokemon with Soak to shiny hunt like ghost Pokemon with. So it's neat. Like it's fun to create these goals and figure out how to use different Pokemon, because it forces you to really like, you spend hours looking at their animations and designs, and it really gives you a deeper appreciation.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 110%, because like Barrels gave me that Alpha Ladybug, and I was like, I think it's adorable as a Ladybug, so I am not going to evolve it, and I am going to treat it as literally a swarm Pokemon. So it is now a level 100 Ladybug. It will never be able to evolve, and it's a gift from Barrels, so it's super cool. It's like a special gift, so it's like it means something, and it's EV trained and everything, so it's like super nice.
Yeah,
and I have it all set up. So
the beauty of that too is like, for example, if you ever decide to play a regular mainline Pokemon game later down the road,
I would never use that though.
Yeah, but like if you see one, it'll remind you of those memories or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it helps 110%. You create memories with all these different weird Pokemon that are kind of gimmicky and funny, but it's such a cool way to appreciate them.
Granted, like I said, I may not use it, but you said like I will think about that experience at the very least.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, and then what's cool is I love the like I actually love the little ladybug. It's a cute little sprite, and it's an alpha too, which is even funnier.
Just a big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big, like literally, it's just a big ladybug, and it's so cute looking. It's great. I love
Yeah,
it,
dude.
and in pattern bush, it's super appropriate.
Yeah. So here's a question I plan to ask everybody who comes on here just because like I find it interesting and motivating for me. But what are
Right.
some of like your personal goals in the game, whether it's shiny Pokemon, vanities, investments, anything like that?
So I guess like shiny wise, I just want to get shinies really, just mainly like utility shinies. I really like utility mons. I like focusing on those. So I
Yeah.
guess that's like a main goal for me is getting like some utility shinies and such.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I get a utility, so like getting those is like my main goals. Getting shinies in
Yeah.
general is really my main thing, and I have like a list of them. So like
Oh,
I guess
cool.
suppose like getting a bunch of those shinies on my list would be like my goal, mainly my goals. Obviously,
Yeah.
other things like maybe preparing a little better for raids. I need to probably do that soon, and I need to breed up some more Pokemon for that. I've been doing really good about leveling up Pokemon, and I need to
Yeah.
make some more. And I also need to. My other goals are like learning how to start selling off Pokemon better because my alpha box is literally full. It is overflowing. So I need to
Yeah, dude.
actually clean it up. At least I cleaned out all the mails at least last time, and then like some of them still haven't sold. So now they're gonna end up back in my possession. So I'm just gonna do a whole nother like mail sell off again, and then
Yeah.
hopefully they go away. I may just stop catching alphas for a while because my surplus is so freaking high.
Oh yeah. No,
Like
it's
I
you
have so
gotta
many
take care of the
females
ones you
though.
have.
Right, I just have so many female alphas, and I don't want to sell them off because they're gonna be a pain in the butt.
I mean, it's cool though, you know. My current alpha egg hunt that I'm doing is I want Pichu. I think that would be
Ooh,
so cute, dude, to have like a little like
Alpha
a
Pichu.
giant Pichu following you would
Yeah,
be
little
so
Shalfa
sick.
Pichu.
Oh yeah, it
Speaking
doesn't
of
even change very much, but it's so cool.
right, speaking of that line, there's actually a guy hanging out here where the Daramaka spot is with a Pikachu behind
Oh
him.
really?
Yeah, it's funny. He's just
That's
chilling.
super sick.
I know. I love that the Pikachu. The Pikachu brings back memories, man. They haven't changed that overworld sprite since like Gen 4, like Diamond and
Oh yeah.
Pearl. Even it
Yeah,
was like
dude.
I swear they like brought it over from Diamond and Pearl, even when Heart Gold Soul Silver came out. Like they didn't change the sprite.
Yeah, it's just too
So funny.
iconic, man. It's so good.
The overworld like sprite for Pikachu at least.
Oh yeah. No, it's a good one, dude. Some of the follower sprites are so
I
cool.
love
Like
that case.
yeah, it's one of those things that this is so random, but one of my favorite things, like whenever I'm deciding about going for a shiny Pokemon, like whenever I'm picking which one I'm gonna hunt, is looking at their sprite, but like looking at their out of battle sprite, you know, the follower,
Yeah,
their
no, all that
their
makes
back
sense though.
sprite, all of it is just like because so many Pokemon have really interesting and like unique back sprites that it almost makes
110%.
you want them. You know what I mean? It's really
Exactly.
interesting, but it's cool.
I agree 110% though, because like there's a lot of really good like Pokemon, and like it also the cry matters too. You don't want to get
Yep.
annoyed with it.
A
Hey,
hundred
you want to
percent.
get annoyed with it. Like I remember when I was hanging out on Rumel's stream a while ago, he had that Alpha Melodic for Cute
Yeah.
Charm, and he had it for so long in that damn guidance chamber, and everyone would tease him about it, and because it was so freaking loud.
So loud.
It was for no reason. And then he was just like, I am now starting to get tired of it.
Dude,
I,
it's brutal.
it's
It's
partially why I have multiple cute charmers. Now I recently caught an alpha melodic and it's
yeah.
male. So
Hmm.
I wanna breed it so it's like you know what I mean? So I can breed it
Yeah.
down or breed it not breed it down, but like I want to either EV train it or just keep it how it is. I may just keep it how it is because you know it's a cute charm Pokemon. But I
Yeah.
also have one of those too. So it's just sitting there in my because I want multiple Pokemon that are cool that I like. Like I like Delcatty because he's like he's a cute little cat.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I love cats in real life, so I wanted Delcatty. And then I was like, I used Lopunny for so freaking long, like 50,000 plus encounters. I
Yeah.
am using this Delcatty now. And I caught this male Delcatty in a swarm, and then I just EV trained it, leveled it to 100, and called it a day.
No, it's cool, dude, because then you can swap it out, and that also helps with the whole burnout thing we were talking about too.
Exactly, 110%. I think I caught this Delcatty in a Hoenn swarm too. Like
Oh,
literally right where you
sick.
would catch. It was ironically, I think, where you would catch oh god, what's it called?
The little skitty, the baby one.
Yeah, it was ironically in that area, yes.
I only
and I
know
went
because I've
there.
hunted that one a lot.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, Skitty's a good one. And
oh yeah,
but yeah, I was like, I want to get this Delcatty, and I was gonna check all the Delcatties, and then any of the males, I just tried to catch them, and I
yeah,
caught I caught this one, the male Delcatty, and I was like, please be cute charm, and it ended up being cute charm, and it wasn't like a horrible nature, it wasn't a great nature, but it was my
yeah.
special attack, and I need physical, so I was like, that's great.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's sick, dude. You need to. There's a person on my team who figured out a way to make Delcatty a catching Pokemon. So
oh,
you
that's
need to,
crazy.
yeah, you need to chat with them to
What
make your
I'll be like,
little.
hey yo, what's that moveset, big dog?
Exactly, yeah. But the okay, yeah, one other thing I wanted to chat about too that I'm really
Yeah.
excited about is the whole I know we've talked about it here and there, but the whole idea of like trying to bring the Safari Week to PokeMMO.
Ooh,
Have you
yes.
watched any of the regular Pokemon Safari Weeks?
I have not actually, and believe it or not, I did not know about Safari Week till last year when Pat kind of talked a lot about it and did a little bit of shunting there.
Yeah, dude, it's such a cool idea. It's like if we can get the entire community together to do it, or even like get a few content creators on the train and get
Exactly.
everybody to shiny hunt in the Safari Zone. It's just like
I'm
it's more
sure.
so a way to like kind of build community that way, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure like Petrowski would probably be very interested too,
Yeah, dude. No, it's
because
I'm
he did
planning
it
on
last
reaching out
year.
to everyone, but it'd be cool to like offer prizes or something for catches or you know,
Yeah.
but anyways, that's just a fun idea that I'm thinking, but it's coming up. It's actually going to be usually it happens between June or July, so I'm thinking about planning for like early June, middle of June, hopefully if things go well. But it should be sick though, honestly.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I'm actually really excited for Safari Week too. It's like super exciting.
Oh yeah. No, it's scary though because the one I would probably hunt in the it would be the Hoenn Safari and I would probably go for cast form because that's one I really want. But its flea rate is so like it's so bad, dude. I had caught a box of them so I could egg breed them, and it was like I would catch like one in every seven. It
Oh
was
my
so bad.
gosh.
Maybe I'm just unlucky, but it did not, you know, install any
That's so
confidence in
hard.
me.
That's so hard, man. Damn,
Oh my
that's tough.
gosh. Oh yeah. Well, any words of wisdom from Dimitri Draco? Anything you want to say to the community or
Oh, well, I will say don't get yourself like burnout on the same horde or the same single encounter over and over and over. I think that's like the biggest thing, I guess, the takeaway from like or the main conversation we were talking about like with shiny hunting and such.
yeah, well, then just go ahead and plug yourself, dude. Like YouTube, Twitch, what should people
Well,
follow?
yeah,
How can they
okay.
find you? Stream
Well,
schedules?
if you so lately, guys, I've been streaming around like 12, well, usually not that early, but around 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. I usually start streaming Monday through Friday. Occasionally I stream on the weekends. Not always. But once in a while I will stream on the weekends around the same times. So 2 to 4 I usually start and then I end around like 7 to 9 p.m. usually. So that's usually my times, you know.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is I mean it whenever I say that his streams, Dimitri Draco streams, are genuinely my favorite to watch. I have the most fun in his chats. He's a good friend of mine. Total unbiased opinion, you know. But no, but
Chat.
he makes it fun, man. So I'll have all of his links in the description below. If you're on Spotify too, I'll have it just in the information section. So make sure to please go follow him, check out his streams, give him a chance because I promise that you'll end up loving it and that you'll end up staying. But again, man, Dimitri, thank you so much, dude. It's been a pleasure chatting and catching up and hearing what you've been up to in the game, man.
Dude, thank you for having me on the podcast. Like it's really fucking cool to like actually be on a podcast and like talk with you and like it's very unique because it's like there's not really anything quite like this right now in PokeMMO. Like there's not really like an outlet for just people to just chat other than streams. And this is kind of nice too because it's kind of like a stream, but it's also something you can just listen to.
Now, at the end of this podcast, I just again wanted to give a big thank you to Dimitri Draco for all of his contributions and his fun conversation. Again, all of his socials are in the description below, so please check those out. He is definitely someone worth investing in. But everything aside, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the PokeMMO Podcast. Again, if you did, let me know by liking here on YouTube or following the project here on Spotify. Let me know either in the comments or through the email in the description if there are any guests you want to see, any topics you want covered, or any forum posts or YouTube videos that you found helpful that you want spotlighted. And I will see you guys next week for another episode of the PokeMMO Podcast.